leaves the call.
Bottom. Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
And
They cut Nolan Cooney.
nice.
Kicker. And it's sad what happened with Travis Etienne. He's the victim. He was the victim of the turf monster.
That's why we just need to have a regular, like... No, I guess he couldn't do that in a dome like the Superdome that doesn't have a retractable roof. Although you could always just engineer some sort of fucking Allegiant Stadium sort of deal where you pull the turf out so you let it grow in the sunlight.
Yeah, where? Where would you put it?
In the parking lot, everybody parks on it, and then they pull it in.
I don't think you understand what the Superdome, where the Superdome's located, sir.
It's like
middle of fucking downtown New Orleans.
Yeah.
No. Allegiant Stadium, though? I'm sorry. You mean State Farm?
No, State Farm's in Arizona. Well, I think they also do it, but
they do it.
Allegiant Stadium,
Allegiant does it. I forgot where Allegiant was.
The massive hockey puck in Las Vegas that coincidentally does not have hockey games inside of it.
No, but it does have them nearer to it than you might expect.
I was gonna say, how close is that to the hockey arena?
I have no idea.
I didn't realize they were going to have the Pac-12 championship in Allegiant Stadium.
Yep, they're moving it to Vegas. What a shocker for George Kliavkoff, the former director of MGM. Sports for MGM. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is in Vegas. Wonder who could have seen that coming. Especially because I think they got kicked out of the stupid stadium in Santa Clara.
Levi's, my home stadium in Madden.
You play as...
I'm running a Niners theme team this year.
Man, I wish they would allow you to play in old stadiums.
That, I've wondered what the logistical problems with that would be.
There's literally none.
I was going to say, yeah, because
you could literally play in Candlestick, and there's no problems.
I was going to say, what's it, in the old PS2 NASCAR games, they introduced old racetracks that were no longer on the circuit, and then just gave them like Old Spice Raceway or Levi Strauss Raceway, Speedway, whatever, and it would be like old tracks such as 90s tracks that got taken off the schedule and still haven't brought back. So it's like they very well could, I would think, if you just put them in as generic stadiums.
But that would probably mean they'd have to...
that would take effort.
Because they could do it in the PS2 Maddens, I think, but that was run on all the same engine. And basically...
I don't think they did it on the PS2 Maddens.
That is... Yeah.
They've had generic stadiums, certainly, but they've never done, like, old stadiums.
Which I think they could easily do to get people to spend another $20 on that game.
I would certainly pay
but
for an old stadium pack so I can play in Qualcomm.
Be as easy as spending $150 on whatever stupid Madden cards you gotta get.
I don't spend a penny on what's the packs during the
I get
the
that,
season
but you're
at all
not the
during
target
Ultimate.
audience.
Oh yeah,
the target audience is 12-year-olds using their mom's credit card.
I think you don't realize that they've changed, that they've made a new game mode for that target audience called the Yard, for kids who literally just want to spend money on cosmetics and then play like arcade football. Which I hate that they're doing it, but I also understand it. But that means also taking away time and focus from Ultimate Team, which, I mean, to be fair, there are going to be people upset that there's time and focus going into Ultimate Team when there should be some into a franchise.
Existing, honestly.
I say that I was gonna say Ultimate Team is a good game mode. I feel
Ultimate
like
Team
people
is
don't
good.
realize that.
Your bare bones franchise mode is what makes the game horrible because you're not giving us all the experience that you're not giving every single gamer what they want. Because if you want a deep franchise mode, you can't get it. If you want Ultimate Team mode, you can. You should be able to have the best of both worlds. That way, you can appeal to a broader audience who isn't going to keep trying to buy up and bid up copies of ESPN 2K5 because yeah, it's been 17 years and you still can't make a better game. So yeah, that's how things go. Hello? What's with the silence?
Sorry, but that one got some food.
Yes.
But yeah, funny enough, I got ESPN NFL 2K5 for like $20 in like I don't even think it was that much. I think it was like $5.
Lucky bastard.
And I don't even like it. So if you want it, I can send it your way.
Okay, you and I both know that. Yes, the answer would be yes. I would take that in a heartbeat.
I should actually look to see if they have another copy in that game store, just so that way, like, I can have one for reference purposes. Well, I mean, I could just play it on my emulator.
You have a PS2 emulator.
I have a PS2 emulator on my computer. Yeah.
Yep. Man. 7:57. I still got 3 minutes. So much crazy shit. I can't believe. Tomorrow's gonna be interesting. I got 0 work done on my video today, so that's been good.
Nice.
Yeah. And I just need to get a bunch of Katrina clips, which is always fun. Yeah. No, that's just... But if I can't find them, that's fine. I'll just use a bunch of stock footage. I also forgot to get footage of LSU losing to Tennessee, going on a 9-game win streak, which probably just going to show the thing, and then losing to Georgia in the SEC Championship, and then beating the crap out of Miami in the Peach Bowl.
What year is that?
2005.
Man, remember when Miami and Tennessee and Nebraska were good teams?
Well, I mean, this was a Miami team that
Miami
crushed
is
40-3 by a team led by Matt Flynn because Jamarcus Russell got injured.
I don't know why I thought you said Tennessee. Stupid, Jesus.
Tennessee was our opponent. No, it was Georgia, yeah. By the way, created a group for NFL Pick'ems for the JG9 Live thing, so that's good.
Nice.
So that'll probably be showing up tomorrow on stream because I sent the link to him. So, yeah.
Could you imagine if Nick Castellanos was playing back on August 29th, 2005?
But the hurricane made landfall very early in the morning, so wouldn't have mattered. Man. August 29th, 2000. That hurricane made landfall twice.
Huh.
Yeah, it made landfall off Florida, scraped across Florida, and then hit this patch of warm water, and it was like, time to intensify, because 2005 was a stupid season. And then 2020 decided to one-up it because it had to one-up everything. Hurricane Delta, everybody. Hurricane Delta. How did we not realize that was a precursor? How did we not realize what that was going to mean later?
Give me just a second. I will not be here for another couple of minutes, really quick.
Cool. I'm gonna be doing the intro now, so yeah, that's right, it's 8 o'clock. And I wanna rock. No wait, that was 7 o'clock. Damn it, I'm misquoting freaking Elton John lines again, but that doesn't mean anything. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, a happy hoodat and a go Tigers to you all. Welcome to the first episode of the new season of Goal to Go Live, episode 24 to be exact of them all, because I didn't decide to rename the numbers, or renumber the episodes. Yeah, I'm going to regret doing that, and I might change that for the VOD, so hooray for me making very clear and obvious decisions. Or something. Yes, tonight we'll be talking about a couple of topics. The Saints' preseason game last night against the Jaguars, and of course the new Super Friends alliance of the ACC, the Big Ten, and the Pac-12. Leaving out, of course, the Big 12 to die. Yes, that's right. Because everything has to fail. Now, today, I did a 2-point conversion. It was at 9 a.m. Multiple times I had to cut out yawns. That was not fun. But yeah. Oh, wait, before everything, I should note that I might be in line to get, like, an actual job thingy. I got a KLSU interview for, like, the radio station. They have a sports reporter. I didn't know they had one. I looked on their website. I really don't think that they know they have one either, because that is not a position they list, unfortunately. So... like, maybe they just forgot to. I don't know. Maybe it's new. I don't know. Maybe it's just something that they're really secretive about because they get to do really cool stuff that nobody else does. I don't know. That's a possibility. We will never know until we find out. So, that's a thing. You know what else is a thing, though? The Saints beat the Jaguars 23-21 in preseason action. And, well, that ended well for the Jaguars' first-round pick, Travis Etienne. He's out for the rest of the season because of what was it again? A Liz Frank injury. Mm-hmm. That's great. Oh, did I mention I'm alongside my co-host for at least tonight? Maybe in future. We don't know. The future is always something we cannot accurately predict. Hello.
Guten Tag.
Okay, we're going to go there. But yes,
we're going to roll with that. Yes.
Yes, we're rolling with it as we talk about the starter, the guy who was struggling to make the second team, Travis Etienne. Because, of course, the one thing the Jaguars needed was a running back. The one position that they had actually squared away during the 2020 season. Because they had an undrafted free agent running back go for 1,000 yards. But no, we need another running back to be our third down back. Urban Meyer isn't going to make it to year 3, is he? This guy sucks if he's going to do that.
I don't know if he's going to make it to year 2 at this point. Shit.
I think he'll make it to year 2. Shad Khan isn't... I mean, no. Is it Shad Khan? Or is that the guy who runs AEW? I don't even remember.
I think it's Shad Khan, yeah.
Yeah, Shad Khan. I think he's
I also didn't... I didn't expect Bidwell to let Steve Wilkes walk when he had Josh Rosen at QB after going 3-13 in year 1, but he did.
Yeah, and now Josh Rosen is
really
on the Falcons because A.J. McCarron has a torn ACL. And speaking of people with injuries, of course, we have Travis Etienne. He had a Liz Frank injury in what can only be described as a Superdome turf monster incident. Okay, so let me tell y'all something. The Superdome's turf isn't exactly the best, but it gets better over time. In the first game of the season, you need to be worried about it, because shit can happen. See, Michael Thomas last year, he got injured in the first game played on that new Superdome turf. That's a problem. We had a guy go out too, but he got lucky. Adam Troutman, our starting tight end, appears to only have a minor injury, so he shouldn't be a problem. But Travis Etienne, he's on season-ending IR. So... you know, what a great way to start your rookie season, just like the former first overall pick, Kajana Carter. Oh. That's not a good sign.
I don't know. I think there are a lot of times in which you'd like to be compared to Kajana Carter. Yeah. If this is one of those times, you know, who knows? This might go really well.
Yeah, I mean, being a first overall pick, That's a good time to be compared to Kajana Carter. Being said that you're a bust, not the one of the best.
No, maybe not.
Now, let's talk about the actual game itself, and oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's start off with, oh my god, you still can't get over it. Oh my god, Marquez Callaway and Jameis Winston, this connection is going to be lethal if it can keep going like this. Oh my god. Jameis Winston was 9 of 10 in that game with 2 touchdowns, and he had bombs. He had bombs away. He was going bombs away. He had a 53-yard pass to Marquez Callaway, who was bumped down, still managed to dive out and catch the football. And I'm like, I'm gone. I was gone. They threw the flag for pass interference. I'm like, oh my gosh, he didn't catch it. I didn't see the referee signal touchdown. I didn't realize we scored a touchdown until they said it. And I'm like, what? There is no possible. Nope. What? No. What? This has been my constant state of mind since that touchdown. I have never seen a more impressive touchdown in my life. My God, Jameis Winston is a quarterback, and he looks decent. Is he lethal? Oh, he's lethal if he can do that. Granted, it's the Jaguars. And then he threw another brilliant pass to Marquez Callaway, which he just one-handed because Marquez Callaway has decided to become a god for some reason. And he just took that baby into the end zone, and he was only on the Jaguars' best cornerback, which I guess would be most teams' second best unless you're like the Jets. But still, is Jameis Winston QB1 confirmed at this point? Like, man, what did you think of that?
You know, I've got to say, his comeback tour is very impressive. I'm really pulling for Aaron Brooks here. You know, he's really got a shot at greatness again. But in all seriousness, like, genuinely, 2 of the most amazing catches I've seen this preseason thus far. Granted, we're talking 32 games, but still, genuinely, like, good stuff out of Callaway, and I'm hoping to see more of him throughout the regular season.
You and me both. I mentioned him last week, and I mentioned him last year, actually, because he had a game where he was doing pretty well. And I was like, this dude could be a star. Well, I was right about that, wasn't I? Whoo, baby, that man can play. Yeah, now for Jameis Winston. It was interesting, by the way. I gotta say, one thing that was very interesting. We won the toss, we took the ball. I didn't expect us to do that, but why not? By the way, another thing, Tony Jones Jr. came in and played as the starting running back. He started at running back for the Saints, and Latavius Murray played at second. That's not great a sign for Latavius Murray. Latavius Murray did not look good last night, let's be honest about it. And I know he was out there with the second team offensive line. It doesn't explain the fact that you were still making bad reads on runs. Where you're running, and some of those were like a stacked box. Like, he's running right into a wall of guys, and that's where the run's designed to go. There are other times when you're cutting the wrong way. He has a ball out in space. He cuts to the left when there's clearly no reason to, and he's going to run into a guy when he could cut to the right and, continue on his merry way for another first down. But no, I'm Latavius Murray. I've decided to regress pretty heavily from 2019 to 2020 to 2021, it seems. It's not very good. And then, Jones, he looked good. Tony Jones Jr. is probably going to make this team. Not only is he going to make the team, he's going to make the team as RB2 at this rate. He's an undrafted rookie out of Notre Dame from last year. Like, this dude just came out of nowhere. And he's kicking ass. And I like all of it. Juwan Johnson, he had a good first down catch. They're trying to move him from wide receiver to tight end. I think it's kind of working pretty well. Of course, another thing was Lil Jordan Humphrey's redemption arc, because he didn't have a drop this game. He had a couple good catches on the sideline. He caught a touchdown. From Taysom Hill. And that was a thing. By the way, Taysom Hill played double the series that Jameis played. Jameis played 3 series. Taysom played 6. And then Trevor Siemian played at the end of the game. But, I barely even tried watching the last parts of that game. Like, I watched it, but I wasn't really trying to. Like, there is a lot of nothing happening in the second half of that game. Well, except for the fourth quarter when the Jaguars almost mounted a comeback on us, because that was fun. I think that we've pretty much put to bed this whole concept of Taysom Hill being QB1.
No, no,
Yeah.
not if I have something to say about it.
By the way, is your mic somehow a little bit lower for some reason? Like,
Adjusted occasionally, but yes.
okay. That makes sense. It's a little bit
Yes.
less loud, is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Excuse me. The yawns never stop, seems. What were some... Oh, yeah, we had some problems. Oh, Eric McCoy and then Ramczyk had 2 consecutive false starts. That's not good. That's not good at all. Honestly, Taysom looked okay-ish. Trevor Siemian looked... Well, it's good to see Trevor Siemian's back, I guess. He didn't look any different than what... any different than what I expected.
I've got to say, the 2015 quarterback tour is like comeback tour is just ramping up, you know. So tell me, when are you guys gonna sign Marcus Mariota?
He's with the Raiders. He's doing fine there.
Hmm.
Who the hell else, man? Derek Carr wasn't a rookie in 2015. It was 2014, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Now on to the special teams. Because, look, usually these are in-depth, but, like, there was no depth. This is preseason. God, I hate the fact that I have to do that. But you know what? Fine. Let's talk about the special teams right now. Special teams, Blake Gillikin. He is the punter. We literally cut the other guy, Nolan Cooney, because he can't kick off for shit. Like, his kickoffs never went deep. And, yeah. He murders the ball. He just murders it. I don't understand it. It's so good. It's so good. Of course, the Jaguars punter, he did not do well. And then Aldrich Rosas played in his first game. He hit, was it? One field goal, a 52-yarder. He missed an extra point. Why haven't we tried out Cole Tracy yet? Seriously, why haven't we done that? Like, there's no... Guys, he played here. I know he's not right here, but, like, try. Just try.
Last I checked, there was a law prohibiting former LSU players to join the Saints.
Just say he went, but he went to the same school as Deontay Harris, so... I mean, I'm just saying. But yeah, now the defense. So, remember when I said the defense was going to make life hell for Trevor Lawrence? They made life hell for Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. They didn't convert a third down. The entire first quarter. Yeah, the entire first quarter, we prevented them. And we were getting pressure on pressure on pressure on pressure. We got a couple of sacks in there. We knocked Trevor Lawrence to the ground. He rolled out, and he made the throw. Trevor Lawrence is a damn good quarterback. Let's just say it right here. Let's say what everybody's been thinking. Trevor Lawrence is a really good quarterback. I mean, it's like they drafted him number 1 overall for a reason. Yep. the defense was as feisty as ever. I didn't get a chance to see what Paulson Adebo was looking like, but that's mainly because he didn't get his name really called that much. Most of the starters played, by the way. Only a few guys were out. Alvin Kamara didn't play. Traquan Smith didn't play. Garrett Griffin didn't play. Marcus Willoughby didn't play. He got waived today. Malcolm Roach didn't play. Chris Hogan didn't play. Oh, I forgot to mention one guy on the offense, so I should. His name is Kevin White. Kevin White is the former number 7 overall pick of the, 2015 draft?
Yep.
Yeah. He dropped 2 passes, and they were both gimmies. One was right in his hands. The other was a slant route. How do you drop a slant route? You don't drop slant routes. It was right in his hands. Right there, and he dropped it. So his ass will get cut soon. If he ain't cut by the end of this week, I'll be kind of shocked.
And then the Kevin White travels the USA tour is just gonna keep on trucking. This is what, his 6th team now? And he'll soon see a 7th, maybe.
Yep. Man. 7th overall pick. I wonder if he's a bust. Yes, very much so.
Now hold on a minute. What makes you say that? Oh, Jesus, Kevin White. How unfortunate.
He's approaching the same number of teams as his draft position, and his draft position was 7th.
Genuinely a tragedy.
Yeah.
But also a little bit funny, lol.
Yes. Still. Freaking Trevor Lawrence, by the way, he played the first half. He looked pretty good, but our defense looked better. Ha 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 ha. The best situation, of course, was when he got into the red zone. And then Jalen Dalton sacked him. And then, to quote my notes, Lambo missed. Ha 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 ha.
You know, he missed the Chargers. That's all he was saying. That's all he was trying to get out of that.
And it was like
he
the ball
missed in
was
multiple
just,
ways.
The ball looked perfect. It looked on point. And it was drifting just slightly, and then dunk. That wasn't a good kick. It wasn't as bad as Rosas's missed extra point, though. No, because that one missed the upright. It was bad. It was like, bro, let's just, no, please, bro. Excuse me, bro. Yeah. The Jags, they didn't look good at all on offense. Trevor Lawrence is going to die behind that O-line. That or we have a really good defensive line. Actually, it's a combination of both. Let's be clear about that. The best moment from the game was when Carl Granderson took a Jaguars offensive lineman and said, "Get out of my way," and just shoved him down like a bouncer. Like, get the fuck out of my way. That's what it felt like. That was the funniest moment. I genuinely laughed.
There's turnstile defense, there's turnstile blocking, and then there's just sitting there like a pillow. And I'll tell you what, I saw a lot more of the latter last night.
Yeah, it was bad. Also, David Onyemata can get to you and he will destroy you, and they kept playing him like he's not going to play the first 6 weeks. So they played him with until I think they played him the whole game. And so it wasn't fair at the end of it. It's like he's going up against CJ Beathard, and it's and their O-line, and it's like, what are you doing? It's like a man amongst boys, except they're all men. But, like, it's not fair. Although somehow
Bigger
CJ
men
Beathard
amongst
led
smaller
them
men.
to... Okay, can we have a talk about Urban Meyer's play calling? I don't give a damn, it's the preseason. You're down 23-3, you're near the red zone. You're kicking in the field goal. How about, no, get your guys some experience converting. There's 13 minutes left in this game. You don't have time for this bullshit. Man, Urban Meyer, what do you think this is? College? You wouldn't have done that in college. I don't care if it's the preseason. It's still a game. Treat it as such, you dip. Somehow they got 2 touchdowns later in the game. One dude, basically, he had a big-time drop, and then he completely made up for it with a touchdown catch. And it's like, and that's called saving your ass from getting cut. Anyway, that weird noise brought to you by me having the worst vocal folds, clearly. But yeah, jeez, this game was just ugly and terrible at the end and boring, except for the start, and Marquez Callaway is my new hero, and Jameis Winston is QB1, and let's pretend that we're going to get totally hyped. I'm kidding, but we're going to win more games than people might think. Maybe we can even go 8-9. I mean, if the defense looks this feisty and the offense can actually click, maybe? We're a good team. We're not a great team, but we are a good team, and that's what matters.
The biggest question is, are you prepared to become the first 10-loss team to make the playoffs when you win the NFC South?
Yeah.
How did I fucking hear?
Yeah. Hey, don't think that won't happen. Because what if Tom Brady gets injured?
They've still got God at quarterback. Can you forget Blaine Gabbert is there?
Yeah, you could have also said Kyle Trask.
Blaine Gabbert is the better meme quarterback in the NFL, at least right now.
He is. The fact that he's still in the NFL is the meme, of course.
The fact that he's got a Super Bowl ring is
The fact
a
that
meme.
goddamn Chad Henne and Blaine Gabbert have Super Bowl rings. And the Jacksonville Jaguars have none. Mark Brunell has a Super Bowl ring. Yeah. Huh.
And both of us have 0. Last I checked, you're not on the Saints, so don't even say it.
Yes. Anyway, so that's really all I have to say about that thing. Now let's move into this other topic. Oh wait, beforehand, I need to make an announcement about a thing that's happening. So on Sunday, it's the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Yeah, that's a thing. I will be premiering a video on YouTube about a thing that happened a few days after it. And then I'm going to go live at around, I don't know, freaking 1 o'clock my time, just to talk about Katrina stuff. It'll be after the video premieres. Just to talk about it for 30 minutes, and then, I don't know what else. Probably do some Jackbox stuff or something if people are interested. Man, I cannot wait for Jackbox 8 to come out, by the way. Just saying. When that comes out, oh, I'm getting it. Hello? Why aren't you saying anything?
What do I say to that?
I don't know. Cool.
Nice.
Something? Anything?
Nice.
Reacting? My God. I can't.
This is great.
Yeah, this is what happens when you totally prepare for things. Hey, speaking of things that totally
Yes.
sound prepared and are not terrible, this new alliance between the ACC, the Big Ten, and the Pac-12. What a great idea that totally won't end in disaster. They didn't even sign a contract because it'll be built on trust. Right. Trust. Because that's why this thing is going to work. It's not like trust is the reason why this whole thing had to come into existence.
I think that's all that the Big 12 was lacking, was just trust in Oklahoma and Texas, you know?
I mean, was
There's
it
nothing
not?
else.
Like, that was one of the things, though. The other thing was, of course, their membership, clearly. Their future membership. Yeah. Let's just talk about this weird, stupid thingy. So this was apparently announced a few days ago, like they were gonna come and do this, and they just came out with it, and it's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So they're gonna apparently, there's so many dumb things about it. They're going to honor all non-conference football contracts. There are a lot of those with SEC schools for a long time out. For example, UCLA is coming to LSU in 2024. That's still being honored. Like, I think Oklahoma and Georgia have one or something. That's being honored.
Nice.
I don't know. It's just an alliance of American football. We all know how that went the last time it came around.
Truly spectacular leadership all around, and it's clearly we are off to an amazing start with this one. After all, how can you not be certain about an alliance built solely on trust?
What do they call this? The triple entente? This World War II reference or World War I reference is brought to you by Smart Jokes. Yeah.
Not even once.
This thing is going to have about as much of a weight of about as much defense against the SEC as the fucking Maginot line. Another joke brought to you by Smart Jokes. Smart Jokes, when you need to make a reference to historical moments.
I prefer my tagline, but that's also good.
I didn't even hear your tagline.
Not even once.
No. Anyway, this feels like a great idea. I don't know where, but it feels like one somewhere. You know, the first problem is that they're not signing a contract. How can you have a thing that exists if you don't sign a contract? Just ask Under Armour and Cal. Because they were operating under an agreement, and then Cal tried to pull out of it. And then it turns out, yeah, what agreement? Y'all never signed one. First rule of contracts, sign them. Second rule of contracts, if you don't sign it and you operate under them as if you did, whoo, baby. We got a problem.
It's truly just spectacular what Oklahoma and Texas could really do to shake up the the college football landscape, because clearly nobody else knows what to do at this point, and honestly, I am all for it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's so weird. It's so weird. Like, they also said, we really want to help maintain... Hold on, let me pull up the quote. Actually, you have the quote in the server. I posted that.
Yes. We want and need the Big 12 to do well. The Big 12 matters in college athletics. The Big 12 matters in Power 5 athletics and our FBS group. And so I can just tell you that we'll be watching what occurs here. And obviously, this transition isn't supposed to be taking place for another 4 years. This group in particular will be very interested to see what happens and to do everything that we can to try and make sure that, again, college and athletics look similar to what it is today about the numbers of opportunities, the commitment to one another. Clearly. That's why you do all of this without even letting the Big 12 know. Clearly.
Yeah, it's just not only didn't let them know, didn't bring them in on it.
They are going to raid the hell out of the Big 12 for whatever they can take from it.
Dave Wanstead said as much on Chicago radio today, apparently.
Understandable. I always get my sports opinions from Dave Wanstead. But I believe it. It sucks.
Check on Reddit college football because it's there. Yeah, if you find it there, then you can see what he said.
And I'm just taking in everything that that's been done in college football over the past week. Speaking of which, LSU announcing that it will require proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test taken within 3 days of a game in order to attend Tiger Stadium for a game. The
first
very
SEC
nice
school to do it. Yep. Also required vaccinations at the school. You have to be your first vaccination by September 10th. Second one, you have to be fully vaccinated by the 25th. Yeah. Man, that's the thing.
How it was Louisiana that did this first and not actually on second thought, yeah.
Think about the other schools in the SEC and where they are located, and it's like they were not good. The fact that it wasn't Vanderbilt that did this first.
Honestly, yeah, Vanderbilt should have probably been the first. It's certainly not Ole Miss or Miss State, clearly, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like
it's really just it's really just nice though in that it is setting a better precedent for other SEC schools, given we're getting very close to a football season, and given the ramping up of the Delta variant, I would very much like to see this football season go through. And if it takes vaccine mandates, fuck yes.
Yeah, and but the thing is, it's like vaccine mandates are the only way forward. Is that no? You just gotta get it. The FDA approved it, so it's like, I mean, at this point, it's really not even that much of a contest. Like, get a vaccine, do it. The FDA approved it. It's fine. We force kids to get vaccinated for like the flu and stuff. This is basically the same thing, right? Remember at the start when everyone said, no, it's just the flu, and it's like, cool, we have a vaccine for that now. Funny. It's funny, isn't it? It's like all of this is funny because it's like all of these things you keep using to justify this. They keep coming into your. They keep hitting you back in the face. It's like a constant. But yeah, I can't really think of anybody else. I mean, of anything else to talk about. Doesn't always have to be that much, especially on a post preseason night. Excuse me. So, I think that this will do it. Because there really isn't much else to say. There really wasn't much to talk about with that game. The next Saints game... What?
Did the Saints cut anybody from the time from their game last night?
Yes, they did. They cut Willoughby and they cut Cooney. Yeah.
Right. I didn't know if they cut any more.
No, they only cut a couple of guys. I think they placed one other guy on IR. I think they placed a few guys on IR. Let me double check. They placed a couple of guys on IR, but overall, not much else. Let me see, because I know they did. They placed a few guys on IR. I'm just trying to find it. Yes. And, yeah. Nolan Cooney and Jalen Dalton. He's on IR. He suffered a fully torn triceps.
Oh. Always cheery.
IR also includes Ethan Greenidge and Brian Poole, defensive back. Yeah.
Really
but yeah, that's really it. That's really it, though. I'm gonna have a college football preview out on Thursday, where I talk about some of the big names and the big matchups. Although it's probably not gonna be as thorough as I'm gonna probably do like a more full one next week, considering video needs to get done this week. So more of a week 0 preview, and then a fuller one. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for this episode of Goal to Go Live. So notice that if you want to find the episodes of the 2-point conversion or Goal to Go, the normal show, you can find those at the link in the description. That's it's Anchor. You can find it on all the places you get your podcasts, by the way. You know, your Google Podcasts, your Spotify, your Stitcher, whatever. It's like 6 or 7 different platforms you can get them on. If you want to find me on Twitter, you can find me at capital BEN, capital S, capital L, capital A, capital S, PORTS. That's going to do it for me. I have been Ben Schluter. This has been the man with the twin span. That was the thing I came up with. It was so original. And until next time, bye-bye.